definitely shared several drinks with. She is Miss Fairvilla. She is one of my dear friends, and the reason that I'm the voice of Fairvilla. So Fairvilla is an indirect sponsor because I do their voices. Their voice. I do their voice. I do one voice, maybe two.
Voices. You do the one in Spanish.
I also do the one in Spanish. Give it up for Joe.
Hey.
So, Joe.
Zouain.
How are you?
So good. How are you?
I am excellent. So, when I was putting together this show, you remember when this show was just like, I want to do a show because I'm pissed. And we'll talk about why I'm pissed later
right.
when Christina gets here.
Okay. Save that for Christina.
Yeah. You know what? Hey, we're both pissed. And, it's fine. I'm speaking for her. I don't know that she's pissed.
I feel like there's feelings. There's feelings amidst.
There are feelings.
Raise your hand if you have feelings.
If you have, exactly.
Right.
See, everybody has feelings.
Sanford's in its feels.
Feelings. See, I wish I had that drop.
We're in our feels at the moment.
I'm building the sound drops. Don't worry, guys. So, Joe is the Chief Marketing Officer for Fairvilla. Yes, that Fairvilla, the one that's been around for over 50 years.
Yes.
6 stores, including one in Sanford right here.
Or you can shop naked online at fairvilla.com.
That's right. I say that a lot. I've said that a few times. I just record it.
Just to say
that's
it.
the, radio mat. Anyway, that's not the point. So when I started this show, I was like, who could I have on that has the most tea about Sanford? And good Lord, did I find one.
I'm not fixing to spill the tea to all my Sanfordites, John included. That's not what's happening up here.
I want the Sanford tea.
I just swim in it.
Yeah, it's called Jameson, and that's not an excuse. So Joe is a true OG, true OG from Sanford. The family is all over. Government? There was
sure.
government?
Daddy served on planning and zoning for about 20 years, I think.
Yeah.
I had the privilege of serving on the Sanford. Actually, I was the executive director of Sanford Main Street when Bill Kirchhoff got his charter, John.
I love when she remembers her resume.
Well, you said Sanford OG.
It's true.
We put our money where our mouth
Absolutely.
is.
I agree.
I oversaw the project when we went to diagonal parking, which was from diagonal to parallel. That was a situation, right?
Wow,
I also had the privilege of running the theater downtown, so nice. I may know one or two things.
Yeah. Shout out the theater downtown. This place has so much history. Like, we've walked around downtown, and you're like, oh, and I've done that there, and I've hit there, and that, and that.
And that building's so cool.
And that building is so cool. That is exactly what you said.
Yes.
And nothing else. You've not said anything else, but that building was so cool.
Correct. So for the record,
give me some Sanford tea. Give me a good story. Like, I want pre-West End. I want pre-06. Pre-2000.
You mean back when this was just hookers and coke heads?
Yes.
Yeah.
When did? Well, I think.
Right.
When did Hollerbach come in here? When was
Hollerbach?
Pre-Hollerbach.
Pre-Hollerbach. Okay, so pre-Hollerbach.
Okay, so that would be 2000 prior.
Correct. Okay. So I remember Sanford when. How many of y'all used to have those Sunday dad dates where your pop would pick you up and not know what to do, right?
Yeah.
So coming down to Sanford was a beautiful way to spend a day out by the marina, but we'd have to pick up the hypodermic needles before we walked down before there was a seawall, right?
This sounds like Brockton, Massachusetts.
It was, Sanford's always been beautiful and it's always had an amazing charm, but it truly is the work of the citizens that have been here for the last several decades that have made it what it is today. Mm-hmm. So thank you, Cocoa Beach-ite, for believing in us and bringing your business here.
For real.
I know I give you all kind of jazz from being from Lake Mary. 32746 in the house.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, 32746, shout out.
But you made your home here.
Yeah.
And that means that we're doing something right because you Lake Mary boys are bougie.
We are. We bougie as hell. I mean, look, I moved into one of the bougiest places in town.
A little bit. You really did. Yeah.
and you were the one that brought that up. I was like, I didn't think this was this bougie.
Although at one point, we actually had a 3-story Victorian on 5th and Palmetto, and it was 1,000 square feet per story. Talk about living bougie.
Oh, that's where I want to be.
Yeah, it was nice. It now has leopard carpet on the stairs, so it's still a thing.
Oh, wow. Okay. That is not one thing I expected. Is leopard.
And two other 2 other addresses that we have held in downtown Sanford were both brothels as well.
They were brothels?
That's right. That's pre-Hollerbach.
Yeah. I would hope so.
The Sanford Hotel, 5th, and the new Sanford Hotel. That was the hospital.
So this is part of my my non-Sanford thing. In Longwood, there was a hotel that was also a brothel.
Correct.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
I used to broadcast out of there.
I can tell you why there were so many brothels.
Why?
Because of the trill.
That's
Amtrak,
right. Yeah.
So actually, the St. John's actually runs. It's one of the 2 rivers in the world that run what direction? I love this. Yes, right. Hey.
That run north.
So yes. Do you know what the second river is in the world?
In the world.
In the world.
I'm going to say the Nile.
That's actually correct.
Boom.
Right?
Yes, I got it.
The St. John's River and the Nile.
Okay.
So in order to import into the United States, Florida specifically, they would bring it down the St. John's. So we built this huge train station to feed the entire Southeast. And we were agricultural territory. So they had the merchants and the train guys that would come in, they needed a soft place to land.
They needed a soft place. That's a good way to put it. They needed a soft place to land.
Yes.
Like the bosoms of a woman.
God bless the women who take care of our men back in those days, because it was not as safe as it is now.
Absolutely, 100%. So, okay, and between brothel and the Badgers moving in, can you give me, like, that was
more tea?
Yeah, like, I want to know, like, because you grew up here. Like, literally, I was not allowed to come to Sanford until after I turned 17, I think.
I get that.
So,
are you going to tell the world what you tell everybody why you came to Sanford?
I said at the beginning of the show, I came here to get weed and get my drugs and leave.
Right? Now at least people... Oh, so real.
What was that?
Pre-church. The yeast rolls at Quincy's.
Okay.
Stop it.
Oh, no, don't do the show off the air. You're coming on too. You're the next one. You're the next one. So, Chef Pat is dropping all sorts of tea when I have noise-canceling headphones on.
It's real, though.
Yeah, I love it. But, so I still remember, like, to you guys, like, West End with sand on the floor is, like, way new.
Oh, no, it's so cool. It's where you came after the beach.
Yeah, like, but it was like, that to you was like, that's still considered, to you guys, modern Sanford.
I don't think so. I think, do we go, Patrick? I'd say that pre-West End rehab is its own era.
Okay, so West End...
Pre-COVID.
Well, I guess pre-COVID, yeah.
The whole world pre-COVID.
But I'm talking about before pre-COVID. What was the ADBC of Sanford?
I'd say when Sanford Avenue got redone.
Okay, and what year was that?
Whoa. 2002, when the CRA grants came into our city. Actually, that's when, because we started receiving dollars.
What's a CRA grant?
So the Community Redevelopment Agency, right? Cool. Which John was just alluding to. Actually, worked closely with Sanford Main Street to be able to provide small business grants so that local business owners could come in and rehab some of this property and put their businesses here.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
okay,
and that's what we saw happen. We saw Fat Rats open. We saw and then there's another resurgence that happened after that.
Yeah, well, I mean, Little Fish, Huge Pond.
Correct.
That's the Sanford I remember. Yeah. Like I remember sand on the floor.
Remember when it was on First Street?
Yeah. No.
Oh,
I don't remember
my
that.
First golden monkey. Yeah, right?
What is that? Is that a drug? What is a golden monkey?
No, it's just a beer. Okay. But she had a bathroom that was like a destination bathroom. Yeah, nice. Remember that? Right?
Oh, okay. I like that. So, I remember when it was right there where the cigar shop is, the cigar place is now. Yeah. And that's the era of Sanford where I remember hanging out here, like the first or second maybe hurricane party. Like that's the Sanford that I remember as a visitor coming in from outside. When I started working here, it was right after COVID. It was actually April 8th of 2021 was my first gig back from COVID. And it was right in front of that place over there.
Well, welcome back. We're glad to have you.
Hey, thanks. And then eventually,
you made yourself quite a staple real fast. You got all up into business.
I try to do that. That's what I do. I'm an impatient man. I am an impatient.
That's actually where we met. Was at a patty pole.
Yep.
And he was jamming the streets while I was running numbers back and forth in front of a fire truck.
That's hilarious.
God bless the weird things we do here.
Exactly. Yeah. No. What am I doing? I'm DJing on top of a freaking fire truck because. Why not?
Yeah.
I live a weird life. So, all right. So, Fairvilla.
Or a great
What
one.
is, so we have the Sanford store.
We do have a Sanford store.
And I like the Sanford store because it sells paraphernalia of the Lord's lettuce, which is...
All of our stores sell paraphernalia of the Lord's lettuce.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. Well,
happy 420, everyone.
Happy
Actually,
420.
we have an event happening this weekend called Blazing Bunnies in all of our locations because God bless America, Easter and 420 are the same day.
That is
so please.
Talk about a high holiday.
Oh, my mother. I hear it, but it works. I like it.
Hey.
So all of our THC cultured items as well as our rabbits.
Somebody
and
said
our
John G. for mayor.
Right? Hashtag it's a new thing.
Yeah, there you go.
All of our rabbits and our eggs are on special this weekend in celebration of
You know what? I was going to make a joke like, oh, the rabbits, and you actually meant the rabbits. No,
we meant it.
It wasn't a joke.
We meant it. We're here to celebrate with you.
I still have that doobie pen that you sent me, and and by the way, my Liberator hoodie gets worn
so good
every day because I keep my house like a meat locker, and she got me. So I've done. How long have I been doing voiceovers and media for you?
Almost the whole time I've been here. So about a year.
So and it's
our second contract. So there.
It's true.
Yeah.
So when she started, she was like, I tell her I was like, I want to be the voice of Fairvilla, and she's like, bet. And so next thing I know, I get goodie bags. I have, for my birthday, she got me, like, it's been great. Fairvilla, and Joe in particular, treats me very well. So shout out Fairvilla.
Oh, well, we treat, I love you and you're pretty.
I love you too.
But we treat all of our vendors like that because we really do appreciate the partnerships that happen locally.
Yeah.
And each of our locations have partnerships. You just happen to be one that we found in Sanford and could take global with us, which was very exciting.
Yeah.
So we really want to honor the local talent for each of our locations.
Sure.
You just
Yeah,
happen
absolutely.
to be a diamond in the rough.
Oh, well, I am glad that I'm
And
glad
I know
to be
how
a
to
part.
take care of our host, so we
She knows how to take care of her hose. It's true. I am a hoe. But yeah, no. And shout out to Fairvilla. Shout out to the Fairvilla crew.
Yes.
And yeah, for being cool and sticking to your guns and being generally like a good business.
Thank
Like
you.
in Sanford and in Central Florida. We have a lot of those, and I like to shout out the ones that do the right thing all the time.
Thanks. Can I plug our current situation?
Do it. What are we doing? What is my voice going to be on next?
Well, we skipped this one, but actually, so what a lot of people don't know is that we also have an internationally acclaimed university. So we teach classes anything from how to begin a consent conversation to how to be diverse in the workplace to how to give good business on a Sunday morning, right?
How to give a good soft landing.
Business, right?
A good soft landing. That's what
right?
we talked
Exactly.
about,
yeah. Where were we in the days of those poor women? We could have really helped them and kept them clean.
Good call.
But the Pleasure Principles is actually a traveling educational series where we're taking our top 5 classes to each location. So for free, you can actually experience what we call Fairvilla Bed Talk and learn about something exciting. We actually just did sex and cannabis at our Cape store yesterday, which
Two of my favorite things.
So exciting, right? And it goes into the wellness aspect of things. We believe in pleasure, all the things. We also want everyone to have fun, but there are certain ways that we want to be careful. So we try to bring all that together in a really fun environment where we bless you with goodies. So our next class is actually happening tonight in East Palatka.
Oh,
and
wow.
that's our Bodilicious class. I will let you decide what we're talking about there. It's our #1 selling class at Fairvilla University.
You're talking about money? Is it money and bootylicious?
Bootylicious.
You're talking about money.
You know what? That class is not only #1 selling online, it's also our #1 selling category at Valentine's Day. So clearly folks want to talk about it, and we're just here to help. That's what I'm saying.
Shout out to butt stuff.
But the last class, actually, we close up on the 23rd in Orlando with our Sex Toys 101 class. Because I think, a lot of times people are just intimidated. What does this mean? I don't know if you can say that on the FCC.
Yeah.
We're
not FCC compliant.
Okay, excellent. So it's a great opportunity for you to come, learn, explore, touch, feel, taste, play, talk. Just open up the conversation about how you can create more pleasure, fun, and education in your world in 2025.
Oh, yeah. Well,
thanks for having
thank you for coming on the show. Words, phrasing. Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for doing the show. I'm so super proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy to do it. And shout out to Fairvilla. Give it up for Joe. We'll talk later. And now...